There we go. Hey, welcome everybody back again to Astronomy Daily Live. It's 2 hours UTC, and yeah, it's time once again to gather this ever-growing crowd around this virtual porch, if you want to call it that, and sit here and you know basically forget about everything else and focus on the universe. um, and so yeah, it's just a nice for me. It's a nice relaxing way to just sort of you know keep on top of things. Um, think about new ideas. Have some relatively interesting conversations about different things, that kind of stuff. It's part of the scientific process of learning things. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Uncle Bill, I see you in the chat. Nice to have you here. Um, Now, what I was going to do, and I'll say hi to Bobby first. So, hey, what's happening?
Hello, everybody. It's probably just me and you and Uncle Bill tonight.
It very well could be. Very well could be. But no one is excluded here. We're just here shooting the breeze, thinking big thoughts, and yeah, just having a general good old time thinking about space and astronomy and science and nerdy things like that. So yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Everything's good here.
Uh-oh.
So there's
Here's
Atta.
a lovely, sexy, talented, tricky Atta.
Tricky.
I can stand that. I definitely can stand that. Oh yeah.
Tricky.
Right where I live. I think it's been 40 years since anybody said anything like that to me. It's like a whole record. It's great.
Very nice.
Oh, it's nice to see you all. Let's see.
Yeah, it's everybody just sort of piles in here in the first few minutes or so. So
yeah, give me a minute to get my act together.
Yeah,
which isn't quite together here.
Well,
there we go.
Hopefully, it never will be quite
live together.
Yeah.
It isn't quite.
There you go.
We are.
You got it.
There we go.
All right, so cheers. I've got the hydrogen hydroxide again here. The most potent stuff I've ever drunk. Right here, man. This stuff will knock you out. Good stuff. So cheers.
Faucet water.
Now, what I have here is pina colada.
All right.
Okay.
Get caught in the way. The love of an ocean.
We have some talent here. Oh, there's Uncle Bill. What do you know?
Yeah, Uncle Bill's in the chat. I've tried a couple times. It's called the Long Island iced tea.
Oh, I know how to make that.
Yeah, that's crazy, because it tastes like fruit punch, but it's like 4 different kinds of really, really strong alcohol, right?
Of hard liquor, right? And it's never seen tea.
No, but man, it tastes like Kool-Aid. It's
Kool-Aid. What kind of Kool-Aid do you drink? Jeez.
I don't know. That's what it tastes like. Yeah. So that's a dangerous drink. Dangerous.
It is. It is dangerous.
So
Why do I
yeah,
look so bright? Oh, I have to turn down my screen.
turn down your 51-inch screen. Is that what that is?
No, it's a 27-inch screen, but it really throws a lot of light.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. Yeah,
There.
yesterday I was visiting a friend, and we got to talking, and all of a sudden I looked up, and it's like, oh, holy moly, not a chance, not a chance. So I actually got online at his place, and typed a couple of messages. I think I did a Discord and a tweet, and that's really all I could do. So yeah, because I was going to be there for a little while, and I was. So yeah, just those kinds of surprises. Time just got away from us, and there was absolutely no way that I'd be able to get back here. Um, in like a reasonable amount of time or anything. So,
And there's Chuck Naglam in the chat.
Yeah. Hey, Chuck. Nice to have you back. It's yeah. There's now a big empty spot in my evenings if this doesn't happen. So I feel it's like man, I should be doing something else. So yeah, great to be back. Great to be back. Hope everybody is well. You getting any clear skies over there, Atta, at all?
No, and there won't be any till next week.
Wow. How is that?
I don't know what's the matter with this area. It's gray almost all the time. Drives me nuts.
That's just extremely depressing.
Yes.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, and you've got those instruments in the background there that are just like looking up, pleading.
They are. Oh, they're just.
Look at that.
Hey, Atta.
Arms raised.
Hey, Atta, you want to take a road trip down to Louisiana?
Yeah, I might just take you up on that, Bobby, my man. I might.
Cause check the chat. Check the chat.
Oh, did you do a weather thing?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Wow, that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Let's see what mine is here. It's it's partly cloudy.
Show you what mine is.
It says sunny, 21%. I think it's a little bit more than that here. Not much. I'm feeling the humidity a little bit out there still because of these past rains. Here goes Uncle Bill. He's going to do his too. He is also clear and starting to get a little chilly there, a little tiny bit. Let's see what Atta. Let's see what Nightbot thinks that the weather is at her location. Boy, he's thinking about this really hard there, Atta.
Yeah. Did I make a typo or something? No.
No. I don't know.
He's just given up on my location.
He's looking at you and being like, man, that's one of those blacked out areas.
I think so.
Huh. I wonder if you have to be a moderator. No, you don't have to be a moderator.
No.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Carolina came up just fine. So no, Nightbot has it in for Atta. So I'm gonna have to talk to Nightbot, I guess. Kind of jiggle his bells a little bit, push some buttons over there. see what's going on. Get a printout. Cheers. Hey there, Tom.
Mhm.
And Carolina Sky Astronomy. Hey.
Yeah.
Nice to have you both in the chat. Oh, very, very cool. Very, very cool. You're gonna make some. You're gonna make a video out of those. I hope, Jim.
Damn it, Patrick! Watch the Russian.
Yeah, Patrick is still located in Chelyabinsk, and so he's doing pretty well over there. It looks like it's a little chilly where Patrick is.
Patrick is in Russia?
No, we don't understand this. His zip code, for some reason, is being interpreted as coming from Chelyabinsk. So that
Okay.
that tells you a lot about Nightbot, right?
Dang, I hope you're not drowning with the humidity.
Ugh.
Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not bad. But starting to get cold there. Holy moly.
Yeah. Well, the
Relatively
cold doesn't bother me if I had clear skies.
Yeah.
Clear skies would be nice.
Yep.
If it was -30, I'd go out there if there were clear skies. I'm going to have to teach myself how to use everything all over again.
Yeah. I used to get so cold, my hands would not move. And I would still be out there, trying to find, 13th magnitude galaxies through a, through a 10-inch.
And I'd like to welcome the master of books, also known as the page master.
Yeah, page master. All right.
And speaking of spying in a different country, okay.
What a segue. That's great.
Yeah. There was somebody. It was on the RTLSDR.com blog. Somebody that was just landed into Tunisia. He was at the checkpoints and stuff, and the security was just checking his bags when the security found this, the RTL SDR. As a result, after they found out that he could be spying, he got arrested.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That just happened?
About a few days ago.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting.
Probably, I think last month that happened.
What is auto? Oh, okay.
This is for Page Master's benefit.
Yep.
I've put all this in a book. I got this stuff from Page Master. Thank you, Page Master.
Oh yeah, he was the one that took the class or something and had all those notes and whatnot, right?
Yeah. You can't find this class online anymore. So he sent me PDF of all of them, and I put them actually in a book.
So have you sort of paged through it? What do you think?
I think it's great. What I'm trying to do is start a Star Trek club, but I'm also trying to start an astronomy club inside the community where I live. And I thought these classes would be nice as talking points for the Star Trek club. And one of the things I want to tell potential members of an astronomy club here is that you don't have to own a telescope to be interested in astronomy or to be in a group that's interested in astronomy. I mean, it's nice if you do, but you really don't have to. Believe it or not, most of the old people around here have computers, and Stellarium is free. They could get on there and study. Well, I do it now so I can see what my sky would look like if I could get out there and see through the clouds.
Right.
Hey, that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
So
wow.
there's a possibility to get a club going without. I think a lot of people believe that they have to own a telescope or operate a telescope to be interested in astronomy, and
Yeah.
they don't have to at all.
Nope. Nope. It's all
No,
it's all you have to have is just
I
that need to be wowed, you know?
I
Oh
think
yeah.
truth to be told, if I was able to start a radio club here in my area, and if I can and will find any interest of really doing it. I know except for Jim, he tried starting a club and nobody wants to join in. But
It's
but I think I'll go with Otta's way. You don't have to have a radio. That's it.
no, you don't.
No, you
Absolutely
don't.
not.
You don't.
Nope. Nope. Yeah, and I mean, you have some really good data, Atta, in terms of the interest there,
Oh yeah,
which, as I recall, is like huge.
it's very high.
Yeah, yeah, I would say
Let's
sort of
face it, most of the
unusually
people
high.
here are about to join the universe.
Well, they might as well get a forward look.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, they can pick their spot. I've got a friend who said, that when I go, I'm going to go to um, the Orion Nebula, and it's like, yep, every single time I see that, it's like, hey, Bob, how you doing up there? Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's I mean,
Nice choice. I may consider that.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're going to go anywhere, that's probably a pretty interesting looking place. And you're dead, so it doesn't really matter all that much anyway.
No.
So, you can go wherever you want.
I
Hey,
spent the day, speaking of astronomy, I spent the day listening to the conference on colonizing Mars.
Hmm.
Very interesting. A lot of women involved. I was impressed.
It's about time.
Yeah, there were a lot
yeah.
of women involved.
Yep.
One of the ladies from the Netherlands said that she wants the effort to go to Mars to be worldwide. I mean, we need each other to get there. This can't just be an American thing. It's got to be
Ridiculous.
a world thing.
Yep.
I
Hey,
believe
I think Jim wants to go.
together or we don't go at all.
Yeah, I think Jim wants to go to the Orion Nebula as well.
All right. Well, that's a good choice. I'm going to leave my options open. I don't think I'm going to necessarily worry about where, because pretty much everywhere is pretty awesome. I mean, right where we are is incredibly just amazing, right? Our location in the galaxy, in the universe, is absolutely fantastic. And I mean, not to demean it or anything, but anywhere else is sort of probably going to look about the same, more or less, right? So you might as well just completely enjoy where you are, because it's absolutely fabulous. Right?
Did you
I mean,
see the latest video posted on Cool Worlds? And it's discussing the hypothesis that we may be alone in the universe. The idea that just because there are so many places out there, and there's got to be places that are Earth-like, therefore there has to be life on them. What I liked about this video the gentleman who did it, his name escapes me, but he's a professor somewhere. The exercise in scientific logic was superb. It was just superb.
Hmm.
I mean, if you haven't seen it, if only to see that, to listen to that man think
Yeah.
so clearly, so insightful, not coming to these obvious intuitive conclusions. You've probably studied probability in your life and realized that a lot of times what makes immediate sense to you is not actually correct.
Oh yeah.
Mathematically or otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and we're gonna welcome Kira H.
Hey there,
Kira,
Kira.
hey babe, how are you? All right.
Yep.
Glad to have you here, Kira.
And man, I forgot what I wanted. Oh yeah, there was one time I was just watching River Comics. Remember that little cigar-shaped object around somewhere around the galaxy? And River Comics wanted to do a survey of how many people believe that we are not alone in the universe. The results came in that not all, but like I think it was 95% said that they are not alone in the universe, and 5% says we're definitely alone. So 95 says yes, 5% said no. So it gives you the thinking. Maybe we are not alone at all.
Well, you know, my only argument against that I have really found that's really I think a strong argument is that somebody needs to be first.
Yeah.
And when you're first, you are alone for a while, at least. So,
Yeah.
you know, maybe we're first and therefore alone. Maybe. But yeah, I think we don't understand what life even is. So to be looking for life and finding life and all that, I don't think that we know what life actually is yet. And so to declare that that is life and that isn't life, I don't think you can do that. There. I mean, who's to say that in some way that we can't understand? The sun might be a living being, right? Some kind of intelligence. I don't know, right? I mean, it's possible. And I mean, it would be that kind of intelligence would be so foreign to us that we wouldn't recognize it, right? It'd be like it's just a blob of plasma, right? That's all it really is. I don't know. So
it's just a rock it's just the third rock from the sun.
That's it. That's all. It's just a big rock. So yeah, we are looking for life, and we're excited about the possibility of finding planets that might have life on them and all that. And I think that we need to step back and try to understand what we think life is, because maybe life, like I said, comes in different forms, that we just can't even recognize. We don't understand it. So I don't know. But
everything is made of energy, so everything is life, says Carolina Sky Astronomy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, we would have to agree, right? We'd all have to agree what life is, and then go find it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I think I get the sense that we are limiting ourselves pretty significantly. but I don't know.
I
I mean, we're not all that smart. We think we're really, really smart. We're not. We're not at all. We're clueless.
Yeah.
But that's the fun part. So, all right. All right, well, cool. So enough ranting about that. I think what I wanted to do first, PageMaster posted some pictures of the moon that he took, and he posted them over on Discord. I just wanted to look at them with you, and just I think PageMaster was in the chat.
Yeah.
So let me. Oh, what was the YouTube channel? Because I think I subscribed to that, Atta. What did you call it? It was
Cool worlds.
Cool Worlds. I'm pretty sure I subscribed
And
to
Uncle Bill
that.
put the link up in the chat, I think.
Is it Cool World or
and
Cool World?
there's Indy Cowie in the chat.
Hey there, Andy. Cool Worlds. Yes, I'm subscribed.
Yeah, that's the one. It's his latest video.
Okay. Okay. Why we might be alone in the universe, is that it?
Well, yeah, it's his latest video, the newest one.
Okay. Yeah, I will have to take a look at that.
He's
saw
not
that.
saying we are alone. That's
Right.
not. He's not saying that.
Oh yeah. No, it's I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% sure that there is most definitely life as we know it elsewhere. I think that's sort of a sure thing. I mean,
But that's not the same as intelligent, sentient life. I mean,
no. See, and that's where it's like, okay, when you talk about life, what kind of life, right? So I'm just talking about any kind of life. I think that's pretty likely because all of the stuff that makes us, and the processes and all of that happens everywhere, and that's one of the great contributions that astronomy has made is that we astronomers have looked around and tried to determine what's out there and what's going on with it. And what we find is the same kind of stuff that we find here. So, so that tells me at least that the chances of of some kind of life as we know it, be it intelligent or not, I don't know. But I think that's pretty likely, and that's why I'm usually not excited about finding life, because I think it's pretty much a sure thing. I'm about 90% sure, I would say. There's a little bit of that it's like, well, somebody had to be first. So, and maybe it takes,
That's about it.
and maybe it takes this long. If you agree with, how the universe started and how it's been evolving and all of that. Yeah, great stuff, cool stuff. But yeah, let's go over and take a look at PageMaster's pictures, because I think he was in the chat. Didn't I see him in the chat?
you did. He's not on Discord right now.
It did, but it's been a little while. So, well, we're going to look anyway, and I will just point out some cool things about his shots here. So, all right, I'm ready to share my screen. I'm so glad that I can share my screen. If I couldn't share my screen, I would probably not be doing this, because it's just, pictures are so important, so incredibly important. and so are
Oh,
wormholes.
I'm getting a little bit dizzy. Where is it going? Dang it.
Going to infinity and beyond. Okay, so he was using a Samsung ZTE smartphone with a Gosky smartphone digiscope. Um, um, that's an adapter into a 32 millimeter Plössl eyepiece. Plössl's eyepieces are pretty nice ones. They're sort of middle of the road. They're not the best in the world, but they are definitely not the worst in the world. Um, so those are nice eyepieces. 32 um, is nice and big, so the magnification isn't going to be all that high, which is why he was able to get the whole moon in one
Good picture.
shot. Yeah, yeah. The only question that I have, and if he's here, he can answer. Are these clouds we're seeing? I think those are clouds, but yeah, pretty good.
Now, now it's kind of like a bit weird because say Samsung and ZTE are both different companies. I don't think there was a such thing as a Samsung ZTE,
Yeah,
but
I have absolutely no idea. ZTE.
yeah, yeah, that
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I have absolutely no idea.
yeah,
But
because I don't think there's a such thing as a Samsung ZTE for sure.
okay. Well, maybe he made a
I
typo.
think Page Master should like revise it and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe he made a typo or something. Who knows?
There he
Um,
is. He's in the chat now.
okay. So, Page Master, we're looking at your moonshots, and
Alright,
my question was about these things here. Are those clouds that we're seeing in all of these? And then Bobby had a question about the Samsung ZTE. He's not sure that thing actually exists. So can you confirm that you've got a Samsung ZTE smartphone? If you do
yeah,
that, it'll just
because while I was looking
because
at it, yeah, because while I was looking at it, it mentioned ZTE, but no Samsung ZTE.
oh,
So it's
okay.
got to be a ZTE something.
Yeah. So it'd be nice to know what the exposure time was on this too. If these were stills taken from a video, or if these were just like individual shots. And I assume it's probably a color camera too. But yeah, pretty nice. Resolution isn't great, but maybe the seeing was particularly bad. If he's got clouds rolling through, then by definition your seeing is pretty bad. So and if they're moving across here, they're going to sort of smooth all this out, blur it out a little bit too. So, but yeah, that's boy, that is almost dead on first quarter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and I can confirm with Uncle Bill. And Page Master says this is a camera. Uncle Bill Durham says Google said Samsung and ZTE are competitors.
Okay, well, Page Master, you got to step up now and explain yourself. So yeah, that's really nice. That looks so incredibly close to just first quarter. Isn't that great? It's just such a straight line.
Oh.
Wow. Pretty amazing. Going from not quite the North Pole to not quite the South Pole.
Oh, they're wonderful pictures.
Yeah, yeah. I would say, except for the clouds,
Yeah.
these are really nice. You can almost get some earth shine here. Almost, if use your imagination a little bit and draw, the rest of the moon in here. You're sort of getting a little grayish here. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you sort of have to use your imagination and stick your tongue out the right way and all that. So this one looks like the cloudiest one, if that's what those are. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Look what Carolina said. Go watch his YouTube video. Gee, I didn't even know he had one. Thanks,
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah. Yes, we need to know those kinds of things around here. So yeah, I think battling with clouds or something, but yeah, it's nice to catch it right at that time. That's a pretty amazing time. And I think, if I remember right, the south pole of the moon is bumpier. So I think this is probably the South Pole, and here's the North Pole. Yeah. So pretty nice. Pretty nice. All right. Well, I thought,
Boy.
let's see what, okay. Yeah. Yeah. We'll definitely have to check out, I guess that's PageMaster's YouTube channel. Yeah. I didn't know about this. So yeah, let's,
I
Yeah.
didn't.
And I kind of agree with Uncle Bill said.
Yeah, interesting. Well, we got a little bit of sleuthing to do there then.
Yeah. I just want to know who can win a bigger slugfest, Apple or Samsung.
Who knows? Who knows?
Because I think there's a bigger slugfest between Apple and Samsung, but probably not Samsung versus ZTE.
Huh. I don't know. That sounds really, really complicated. I'll just sit back and watch that. That's that's a little too exciting for me. No, can't handle that. All right. Well, I think what we haven't done in a while is a constellation series, I guess you can say. So let's pick out a constellation by random, and is there a? I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go look at. I know that there are easier ways to do this, but I'm going to go over to Nightbot and remind myself about setting up a random number. I think I can do that, but I don't remember how. I'm going to find out here momentarily.
I just did it for you.
I figured you would. Let me look.
And as he's trying to look around his computer,
There we go.
This guy used to be, B used to be an great Apple fan, but not anymore.
Okay. All right, Bobby, he did it. Thank you, Bobby. So it looks like if you look on the chat, and I'll share my screen here. Back to that, like that, do that. Go up here, go over here. So it says number 7. So there are 70 I believe there's 78 constellations. Is that right? I think so. 88. There's 88 constellations. And so here they all are in alphabetical order, right? And they go from Andromeda through Gemini and Norma and Pegasus and just all the way down, right? So there they all are in order, 1 to 88. And Nightbot chose number 7. So let's go to number 7, and it says Aries. Cool. All right. Well, let's dive into Aries for a little while. I think that's is that a zodiacal constellation?
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, I think it is. Cool. All right. So let me come back over here. Like that. Take a big gulp of this. Aries. Aries is definitely in volume 1 of Burnham's Celestial Handbook here. So this is the one that doesn't really have a cover anymore. So I'm just going to lay that on the side for now. At least I'll put it back once I do it. But yeah, I've had these since I want to say maybe about 1980 or so, something like that.
Maybe
Packing tape is very good to repair paperback books.
Yeah, I need to do something because you know. I mean,
maybe you should show Cosmic your Burnham's collection and see if you're gonna make Cosmic jealous.
no,
he's
I already am. I've seen them.
He's terribly jealous. I know it.
So here's volume 3. It has absolutely no covers at all. It's got some coffee spillage here. That just a terrible accident. And yeah, I think.
Now I have a good question for you. Where are your cats?
My cats?
No, Cosmics.
Oh, I like Cosmics.
I don't know. I guess they aren't in here today. Oh, okay. Well, that's completely our loss. So they have decided to be elsewhere. Anyway, so I grabbed volume number 1, and we're going to go to Aries. And so here it is. So what Burnham's does is these books are all ordered by alphabet, right? So at the beginning of every constellation, there are some tables, and the tables are double and multiple stars, variable stars, and star clusters, nebulae, and galaxies, they say. So those.
Now, Atta, you got the hardcover, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think except for that, these things should be identical. I would think. I don't think that they did any kind of revisions or anything at all.
No, this is the 1978 one. They just happened to be new books.
Yeah. So here's what they listed in terms of all the double and multiple stars. So they've got that page, and then
there you go,
and then this one, and these up here. So at the time, quite a few known multiple star systems. Most of these look pretty pretty bright, right?
Now, I wonder if you could get a digital copy of Burnham's.
I don't know. I never looked for it.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Now, someone actually, I do have a digital copy of the FM Atlas from 2010. It's the last one they ever did. It's from 2010, and it also included what Jules is doing is capturing subcarrier audio.
Sweet.
Okay.
Anyway, so all right, so there were the binary and multiple stars. Here's the here's the variable stars. Right? This guy's here. So there's a couple, and see there's an asterisk here, right at the end of the description here.
Yeah.
What that means is that they're going to be talking about this object in the following text. So that's sort of an indication. Wherever you see that, even with like the multiple stars, yeah. See, here's one.
Yeah.
30 Airy. They've got a little asterisk right there.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be talking about that object a little bit more in the in the following text. So we can. Oh, and then of course the non-stellar objects, as they called, and that is just a list of galaxies. So that is sort of the symbolic type. There is a galaxy. So at least according to Burnham's, that's all that's there. So I would guess that has increased at least by a factor of 10, at least. I think if Burnham would have tried to do today what he did with this, he would need. I mean, it probably wouldn't really be economically feasible at all, because the tables would just be, like page after page after page after page of galaxies, right? So I'm gonna fix my focus. Yeah. So then what they do is they sort of give some details about the primary stars in the constellation. And the constellation like Aries, yeah, there are a lot of bright stars, and so they all have names, various names, and most of them have some kind of story, right? So and these guys are they're not a heck of a lot, but so they talk about Alpha Airy here, just a little bit about that, Beta Airy and Gamma Airy. And for some reason, there's more information on Gamma than there is on Beta. So, or Alpha. So, let's see here. According to Burnham's, at least, Alpha Airy is magnitude 2, spectrum K2. K2 is a pretty red star. Yeah, it's in sort of the scheme of things, it's sort of one star redder than us. We're a G-type star. In fact, I think we're a G2. This is a K2. So it's supposedly cooler.
So
Okay.
is it no matter the class of stars? I think you can still get get the same dangers in the sun than in any other stars, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we look out to the universe and watch stars have these huge flares, and just nasty things. It just so
Okay.
happens that at least right now, our sun is just doing absolutely nothing, and it really
And
hasn't.
Yama 2 Victor is our son, said Pagemaster.
What did he say? He said, "Oh, okay, right. G25. I think that's a 5, or is that a V? I think that's a 5. Yeah. All right. So yeah, it's a very large red star. It has the luminosity of 70 of our suns. So intrinsically, it's very bright, but it's very big, very big.
Okay, G25.
G25. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so there's that one. It's 75 light years away. So beta is an A. What does that say? A5, A5 star, which is pretty hot. Not the hottest stars there are, but definitely on the hotter side. 52 light years away, 17 times the luminosity of the sun. So slightly brighter. Um, Slightly brighter. All right, well, cool. Okay, and it was back in 1903. It was discovered to be a spectroscopic binary. So they observed this object over a certain amount of time um, by not looking at the star itself, but looking at the spectrum of the star over time and how it changed. And they noticed that there were uncorrelated, I guess you'd call it that, uncorrelated changes in the spectrum that they could only account for if there was some kind of companion, right? So these are still unseen companions, but you can look at the spectra and how they change, and if you can come up with a better explanation, I'm sure they'd love to hear about it. For sure. So, but
Hey, that's it.
yeah. So that's sort of the current thing. Anyway, so that was discovered back in 1903. So pretty good. They were doing some pretty. I mean, in hindsight, right? They were doing some pretty amazing work with extremely primitive instrumentation and techniques, right? So yeah, that kind of thing definitely makes me hopeful for the next 100 years or 200 years. If we've gone from this, which is absolutely terrible, right, to what we have now, which we currently think is pretty darn good. Hopefully, in 100 years, we'll think exactly the same thing about the technology now. Hopefully. Is that how that goes? I think that's how that goes. Or are we somehow, going to plateau or something? I don't know. Okay, so it goes on to gamma, and then it talks briefly about 30 Eri. And, usually when Burnham's goes into details about something sort of obscure, like 30 Aries. There's something interesting about it. So let's sort of see here. It's a wide and easy double star. They share a common proper motion, which means they actually are a pair. No change in separation or angle since the first measurements were made in 1835. So that's got to be a bummer, right? I mean, you've got these two stars that are, moving exactly the same way in the sky. Let's see if let's go back to the thing and see what the separation is of 30. So the separation is 38.6 arc seconds. So you can definitely see that in a telescope. You're not going to be able to see it with your own eyes, right? So 38.6. So, but they haven't seen any rotational motion. They've just seen these two stars moving together in the sky, but they're not changing at all since 1835. So, what's going on there? I mean, that's a little weird. So yeah, I definitely like to see if we can follow up with that a little bit because that's kind of interesting. So both stars are yellow. Smallest star, brightest star is also a spectroscopic binary with a period of 9.8 days. Give the distance of about 190 light years. So yeah, I definitely like to dive into that a little bit and see what's going on there. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Excuse me, to understand a little bit about how that's possible. I mean, if they're a binary system, then there's going to be something. But well, from 1835 to 1978, there was no motion in terms of rotation at all. So that's a long time, right? That's something like what, 130 some years, 130, yeah, 130 some years. No detectable changes. So yeah, that's a little weird. So 53 Aries is one of three so-called runaway stars. So they have abnormally high space velocities and look like they're moving outward from the region of the Orion Nebula. So these things are just moving really, really, really fast. And 53 Aries, that's kind of cool. Runaway. They've actually discovered a lot of those, a lot more of those with Gaia, much smaller, and actually going into the Gaia database looking for high velocity stars is now like super easy to do it. So yeah, I'm thinking that they've probably discovered hundreds, if not thousands, of these really, really faint runaway stars. So cool. But 53 Airy, obviously, probably pretty bright. Yeah, it says magnitude 6.09. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty bright. Can't really see it with the naked eye, sort of on the edge there. But with a telescope, it'd be nice and bright, right? So, but it seems to be moving pretty darn fast. Does it actually say? So it says that the space velocity is approximately 35 miles per second. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So 25 milliarc seconds per year, which yeah, I guess it gets most of its velocity radially. It's at 17 miles per second. So yeah, that's about half of the velocity there is radially out. Yeah, well, cool. Okay, well that gives us some targets to sort of continue with. They also talk about another binary star, which is Struve 326. So that's another one maybe we can look at a little bit more, because I'm looking at the time and it's about 3:01 UTC, and maybe it's about time to get on out of here for today. But yeah, let's sort of do the regular thing with Aries, and just sort of follow our noses a little bit and see where things go. I'm sort of intrigued by these objects, that they sort of go into detail about. So we can start there. They've got a couple of 200-inch Palomar observatory shots of some odd-looking galaxies there. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, the top one was NGC 972. The bottom one's NGC 1156. So yeah, let's continue with Aries next time. So all right, I'm going to check the chat one more time, and then I think get out here. Yeah, look at everything. Those photons have gone a long way just for us. So enjoy them, because those are yours, right? Those are completely yours. Nobody else will ever get those photons from that event ever again. So yes, take a look at it all. All right, everybody, I'm going to get out of here for now. Before Atta turns into a pumpkin, we're going to get on out of here. So, yeah. All right, I'm out of here. So, you all have a great evening, a great day. Make sure to subscribe, spread the word. I want to share a passion, and so the more who are here to sort of get that, I've got a lot to give, right? So I've got it can be thousands and thousands.
Now, tomorrow it depends. I may not be here.
Okay, sounds good. You all will be,
because you know about that show you can get on shortwave that does this show. I don't want to miss that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No. You've got to follow your passion as well. So absolutely. All right, everybody. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace, cheers, and all that. I will see you on the spin. Hold on to your hats.
Spinning around, spinning good.
All right. See you later. Live long and prosper.